Good morning, Twitch. Good morning, Twitch. Good morning, Twitch on this 03.11.2024. Current time is 0602 a.m. Eastern Time here in upstate New York. That'd be the southern tier of upstate New York where I live and reside on this Monday morning, start of a new week. I hope everybody had a good weekend. This is Rich Roberts, Fireman Rich, here at Fireman Rich here on the Twitch, at Fireman Rich over there on X, at Fireman Rich over there on Truth Social, at Fireman Rich over on Blue Skies, at Fireman Rich on Instagram Threads, and on the public Facebook, it's the real Fireman Rich. Just posted up that we went live here at the top of the hour and running just a tad late, but this is right around that time. You know, if I get early, but I woke up a little after 5 here, so I've just been up just coming up on an hour. I woke up here, so we're getting things going here on this Monday, and I do have the morning coffee, and I'm looking. I do have the title right. I did a little live streaming this weekend. I'll be talking about that, and got the date screwed up. You know, I'm an avid copy and paste, but you got to make sure you edit after you copy, especially the date, because if it's the next day, that date doesn't apply. So, but I did that, found out a few things about live streaming, and as far as that goes on some platforms, they're not new platforms, but they're new as far as being able to broadcasting on them, and one of them primarily I'm very stoked about is Rumble. I've been really focusing in on getting the Rumble in my assembly of streaming here. You know, we have a host of places we can and tools that we can use to live stream. So we're doing that. Good morning, Tina. Tina, our Jersey girl. Good morning, and go get the coffee there if you don't already have it and stuff like that. I got my first cup here, and a very good morning to Tina, who's from New Jersey. That's why we call her our Jersey girl, and we appreciate you being here, Tina. And just got it. Okay, and well, we're getting our day started here. Glad to have you here. I hope you had a good weekend. We had a pretty decent weekend. Some good things. Some nitnoid stuff that you think were going to work and didn't work, and then the big takeaway, and it was just out of coincidence, when I went to get the Owego Penny Saver yesterday morning, I crossed upon some people I haven't seen. One individual, they're both engineers. They're both brothers too. They're going off to see their brother, and who's not doing fairly well. But it was good to see them nonetheless. And they were at the store, and I saw the first one. This is the middle brother, and I hadn't seen him in a year. You had a You had a nice weekend. Very good, Tina. That's good to hear. I had a pretty decent weekend myself, and we have an ad break in 5 minutes, and that's one of the things we talked about yesterday. Me and Tony D. I was on his. We're doing some live stream troubleshooting and testing and load testing, I guess, and stuff. But the first brother I hadn't seen in a year. His younger brother, and then there's also a younger brother. There's 4 brothers, and but I haven't seen the younger brother there that was meeting up with his the middle brother of the top 3 there, and in years. And I grew up. They're next door to where I grew up, and it was just good to catch up. We all looked a little older. We just remembered things as a kids. And hey, Tim Fanforty, yo, a man that's been very busy the last several weeks. We haven't seen you. I hope everything's going good, Tim. Good morning. And so it was good seeing them yesterday, but they had some heartfelt news that their oldest brother is not doing well, and the oldest brother used to hang out with my older brother. And but it was just good to see some very, very good close friends, and you know, it just at this, and the middle one, the next one, the second brother. There's four brothers. One, two, three. The second brother, he's retired now. He's an engineer, and the third brother, he's an engineer. Um, Very smart. Their father was very smart too. Their father is a war hero. I didn't know that. Growing up next to him and all that, he flew B-25s in World War II. He did bombing runs, and we did find this out. I didn't find this out until I got out of the service some 20 some years ago, and he passed away about a few years after I got out. He was awarded the Air Medal, the Army Air Medal, which is one step down from the Congressional Medal of Honor. So the whole time I was growing up, I thought it was just we used to call him Mr. Wizard, or my dad used to call him Mr. Wizard because he was always tinkering with something. And that's probably why his sons became his sons became engineers and stuff, because he was an engineer himself. But it was just very, very surreal meeting up with them. It's just by coincidence. If I didn't, I just said, well, if I was like maybe 5 or 10 minutes later, I'm going up there. So it was meant to be. That's how I felt. That moment right there was meant to be, to meet up with these folks, with these people. I have the two brothers there, my good friends from long ago, because the third brother the third and fourth, the youngest brother, they were the age bracket where I hung out with. And the second one, he was a year he graduated a year ahead of me and stuff like that. But great guys. We're a lot older though. Oh my God. But we could still they both, one of them said that, oh yeah, I could still, did recognize me, was going to walk right by me because he was so focused on the concerns with their older brother and stuff like that. And so it's just one of those chance meetings and stuff like that was very surreal and really made my day yesterday, despite the some sad news about their older brother, and as far as that goes. So and then other than that, I did some live streaming and such. But let's go ahead and get over the weather and all that stuff first, and then we'll get into that. So, but it's good to see you, Tim. Where you been? You must have been working hard. Those contractors, when they get on you got a new project you're working on, as far as that goes. Okay, ads start in about 50 seconds. So we'll. I know Tina has a problem. We have a problem. Not Tina. Tina doesn't have a problem. Twitch has a problem on putting these ads out and stuff like that, as far as more so. But Tony D, who I was talking with yesterday, and I tried bringing him up on my yesterday's broadcast, and I was on his broadcast. We're talking about it, and talking about doing some things here. Tony D, he's a good guy. He should be popping in here. Been working hard trying to get that bonus. Oh, trying to re-get the bonus? Oh, wow. Chasing the bonus, and that's the motivation and stuff like that. So just be safe, my friend. Just be safe when you're doing that. Okay, we're in the ad break. We're going to be hanging loose here for a few. Oh, hell, I'll get the weather started here and stuff. It's going to be, what, a minute and 22 seconds. But let's see. Currently here in the southern tier of upstate New York, we have, it changed. It went up a degree. Well, that's a change. We're going up a degree. It started out at 32 degrees, but the digital clock, that incidentally changed itself. So that was a self-changing clock. All the clocks got turned ahead this weekend. I think I'm acclimated to it. I took a nap yesterday. I took one Saturday too, but I took one yesterday, and I haven't really felt the change. I used to remember feeling, still nothing yet. Okay, Tim, you don't see. That's the thing, Tim. You don't see the commercials. They're on right now. They're going to end in about 36 seconds. But Tina, she's probably waiting there. She probably sees me mop, 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 and she's waiting. But you can see the commercials are going right now. That's delayed by about 10 seconds or so. Almost 10 seconds, a little over 10. And we got 17 seconds. And when Tina, let's see, we got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and Tina should be back. Tina, are you back? It says the ad break ended. Your community is back. And let's see, the next commercial roll will be in about 30 minutes. After they go one time, they go every 30 minutes as far as that goes. So I believe Tina's back now. But currently here it's 33 degrees Fahrenheit, which equates to a little above zero. It's a half a degree above zero, 0.6 degree Celsius as far as that goes. And let's see. Of course, across the river, they say it's 30, oh, it's 32 across the river. Okay, that's updated. And we had some snow yesterday. We had snow squalls yesterday afternoon. It was a little cold, very windy. Looks like we're going to be. There's a wind advisory in effect. What's this wind advisory? Let's see what this is about. As of issued 4:08 a.m. this morning. Wind advisory remains in effect. Snow here a little too. Oh, did you, Tim? You had some snow? Okay. Northwest winds 25 to 35 miles an hour with gusts up to 50. It's going to be in this county, among the surrounding counties. Gust winds could blow around unsecured objects. So I got a couple plastic chairs that sit outside next to the stone step porch. One of them got blown out yesterday there just before dinner, as far as that goes. So we have a wind advisory, and I could, even in the dark, I can see the leaves or the limbs of the trees moving a little bit. So it's but we got windy, snow tapered off this morning, then cleared, and some sunshine this afternoon will be coming in. High of 46 degrees Fahrenheit. I like that. That's good. That's comfortable. Winds out of the northwest at 20 to 30 miles per hour for my area here in the southern tier of upstate New York. Chance of snow 90. We're going to get some more. I feel for the robins, and very windy here for 2 days. Tina said, "Yeah, we're getting the winds." And that's March. March is a windy month, so we're getting the winds. Winds could occasionally gust up to 40 miles per hour. Yeah, I see the wind blowing from like 10 o'clock until 4 o'clock, so it's going to be a windy day. But the temperatures get up there. But even with the wind drops at a degree or two because of the wind chill factor, as such. Sun will be rising this morning at 7:24. It's not 6 o'clock anymore. We leaped an hour ahead, or pushed an hour ahead. So 7:24, which is another hour and 9 minutes. So in another hour and 9 minutes, the sun will be rising, and the sun at 7:24 a.m. and sun will be setting at 7:08 p.m. Mr. Rich, March. March, in like a lion, out like a, yeah, there we go, Tina. Yeah, that old saying is applying right now. March is coming in like a lion, and hopefully it will leave like a lamb and stuff, and then we'll get the April showers. Our world times and temperatures as I speak, starting in Honolulu, Hawaii at 12:15 a.m. It's cloudy skies with some clearing, 72 degrees Fahrenheit. In Phoenix, Arizona, 3:15 a.m. Clear skies, 55 degrees Fahrenheit. Chicago, Illinois, the real windy city, 5:16 a.m. Clear skies, 32 degrees Fahrenheit. In New York City, the jungle, at 6:16 a.m. It's 6:16 a.m. here in the southern tier of upstate New York. Cloudy skies, 37 degrees Fahrenheit. Across the pond in Cork, Ireland at 10:16 a.m. Cloudy skies with the sun peeking out there at 45 degrees Fahrenheit. Milan, Italy, Mangia. Well, not really Mangia. It's 11:16 a.m. It's still 45 minutes before Mangia time. Cloudy skies in Milan at 52 degrees Fahrenheit. And Tina says I'm not really awake. Who is it on a Monday, right, Tina? Oh, I could say, yeah, I know how you feel. But we'll get going once we get this coffee in us. Okay, we gotta pump the coffee in us to perk us up. And Tim Fan says to Tina, "Early bird gets the worm." Yeah, exactly, Tim. Um, Continue in Kuala Lumpur, sunny and clear in Kuala Lumpur at 6:17 p.m. in the early evening. 90 degrees Fahrenheit. They're getting a little warmer there in Kuala Lumpur. In Tokyo, Japan, at 7:17 p.m. in the early evening, cloudy skies, 52 degrees Fahrenheit, and down on the great continent of Australia, the country of Australia, Melbourne, Australia, at 9:17 p.m. in their evening, cloudy skies with a little clearing, 90 degrees Fahrenheit, and then oh, this is a dip in Sydney at 9:17 p.m. also in the late evening. 73 degrees Fahrenheit. What a big temperature change. You got Melbourne at 90 and 73. That's a big change. And Tina says yes to Tim. Um, we do have a thought for the day. Our thought for the day comes from somebody. I hope I say it. It's Kevin M. Cruz with a K. Kruse. I think it's. I'm going to call it Cruz. Kevin Cruz is an American historian and a professor of history at Princeton University. His research um, interest includes politics, social, and urban suburban history of the 20th century America, with a particular focus on the making of modern con- conservationism. And one of the schools he went to Cornell in 2000, University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill, Montgomery Bell Academy, and but he teaches at Princeton. Okay. Um, his quote and our thought for the day. So we got one from somebody that is definitely stands upright. Let's see what's his profile here. You got his profile. Yeah, he was born in 1972, so he's 52 years old. So what do we have a couple of days? We had Aristotle, who was born in B.C. But his quote and our thought for the day goes as follows: Life is about making an impact, not making income. Well, you got to make some income to be able to do that impact, but the emphasis should be making an impact, doing your passion. In Tim's case, his passion is he's working to make the money to get the income. I know. I know Tim, if he wins the Mega Millions or the lottery, he's out of that job. I would be too. But we have to work and we have to get through it. But our life is about making an impact, and the impact. Hell yes! There you go, Tim. Yeah, I knew it. There's a hell yes from Tim Fan. But making an impact is, and I've always said this, and like my mantra is live life and have fun. But you live life and have fun with your family, friends, and co-workers if you're still working. Even though I'm not working, I still associate with my co-workers because they're good people. I want to associate with good people, and because it makes me feel good because they associate with me because I bring a little bit of joy, I guess, into their lives, or they got somebody in some cases, especially at the day job. They got I'm the go-to guy as far as Rich. What do you think about this? What do you think about this? And I'll give them an opinion, not fact, unless they're it's based. You can reference in fact. Okay, you can't just say it and it makes it so. It doesn't. You got to live in the reality of what real life is. Real life sometimes can be hard on certain things and stuff. So you don't want to. You're really a good friend by telling straight to the person's face how you feel and stuff like that. In some cases, and it's telling the truth, being a good person, and whatnot. So that's part of making an impact. Now there's some people that make an impact in a bad way where they do bad things and stuff like that. We don't like those people. They can hit the road, Jack, as far as that's concerned. I'm always a strong believer that good will always triumph over evil and stuff like that. I've always felt that way. It's growing up and even to this day and stuff. Sometimes I've been told I live in a fantasy world, and I don't think that's necessarily so, because the facts will unfold that they will. That comes there, and Tina says yes. So we all have an impact, even though we may not think we do. We all have an impact on those around us, and we have to be aware of that. I try to be aware of it constantly and stuff like that, because always be positive. Exactly, Tina. That's the cornerstone right there. You got to have that hashtag positive start today. Hashtag PSTTD. Good segue into that. But you always have to be positive, or try to be, because sometimes it's hard to be positive. That's the it is hard, because sometimes life throws you those curveballs, and you get hit by a ball or something like that and knocks you down. But you got to get back up, and by doing that, it impacts others, because they say, "Geez, if that person can do it, then I can do it." Okay, so I live the example of trying to be good and respectful. Respectful. That is a key word as far as that goes. I don't really. I don't give what to borrow Ted Hicks's phrase. I don't give people oxygen if they don't show any respect, general respect. Don't respect me, but respect me in the sense that where what I represent, and as far as that goes, because I do take it serious. Sometimes I shrug it off when the so-called I am a veteran, along with Tony D, my brother veteran, and we get thanked and stuff like that. And I'm not one that I like to receive acclimates and stuff like that. I like to give them and pointing that out and stuff like that. I get more joy. Well, I get more joy on that, but I do get joy on people thanking me, and I do appreciate it. But we have people that don't respect that aspect, and it's just like it's just like what Martin Luther King said: don't judge a person by the color of their skin and stuff like that. The content of the person is always important, always important. That's what you need to respect. Part of my content is the road I traveled, and the road that you've all shared in the chat of the road you traveled on this kicking the can down the road called life, and it's that has an impact on us. So thank you, Kevin Cruz. Life is about making an impact, not making income. So I'm having fun here, and you people, Tina, Tim, and you folks that are watching on Twitch, and people that are watching on the replay on Twitch, Rumble, and YouTube. You're here for a little bit of time. I get this feeling that I'm making an impact, or as far as you're interested in me, that's an impact that I'm making on you, that you want to see what I have to say, and I'm just a simple guy. That's it. I'm just a simple person. But if I can have a little bit of impact, where you take a little bit of your time, which is very important, and I cherish that. Okay, as far as that goes, because that's it makes me feel good as far as that goes. That's the natural high that I get. That okay, there's people that I guess they want to know what I'm talking about. Let's see. Tim Fan says, "Oh, this is a book you wrote, Tim." What's this comment? My neighbor, that's a retired firefighter, asked my other neighbor to not park in front of the fire hydrant, and she said, "Don't tell me where to park." I was like, "Oh my God, respect the retired guy and move your car." Yes, exactly, Tim. That's a good example right there. He's trying, and the person who's parked in front of that hydrant, she doesn't understand. So there's a disrespect right there of the individual trying to identify the fact, hey, you shouldn't really park there, because if the building's burning and your house is if your apartment is burning, they can't get to the fire hydrant. Tim says some people don't respect the elder. Well, that's part of it. And Tina says, true, Tim. And Tim says he's trying to watch out for. Yes, and I still do in my cases too. I mean, if I'm in the store and I talk to people, it drives the missus nutty because we spend an extra 30, 45 minutes in the store because I'm jabbering with people I don't even know. I just started. They said hi to me. I say hi to them, and they say, "Oh, what do you think?" They would ask me, "What do you think of this?" So they must see me. They must size me up. I'm not saying judge. They size me up as a, hey, this guy might know something. What do you think? What's your opinion of this? So it's that thing. And Tim says yes. So there's a respect there, and the people that don't give that respect, they just think of themselves as like, I'm not going to give them any oxygen. To borrow a phrase from Ted Hicks, which I think that's a great. Don't give those people. Don't waste your time. I'm not wasting my time with people that don't respect, or at least sometimes. Let's just say there's some people that are out there. They'll show. Oh, they give us an indication they respect you. Then their true colors come out. It's like, no, they're just a bonehead. They could care less, and they say that. They state that. So why waste your time with those individuals? You wish them well and you move on. You say, okay, and I've done that a number of times. What's that? You okay? Oh, okay. The missus is waking up too, Tina. Tina's having a hard time waking up this morning.
I was awake from like 3 to 5.
Oh, okay. She didn't sleep that well. Let's see. Tina says my daughter gets mad because I smile. Well, you try and be cordial, Tina. Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that. It may be the only smile they get to, exactly, and I feel that same way when I spark up a conversation because here's society today. They're always in their phone like this, walking. I've seen that at work, walking down the hallway, or they're on a phone. Everybody has a phone to their ear. And I've said that before. I'm preaching to the choir as far as that goes, but that's true, Tina. It may be, and that's why I say good morning, and people look at me like he said good morning. It may be the only time somebody says good morning to you, and that's exactly true, Tina. I feel that also. But there's some people they just say, oh yeah, but they don't truly give you that respect back, and it is true, Tina. That's good. So. Life is about making an impact, not making an income. It's more. You have to make. Let's just bottom line, real life. You got to make a buck to live. Okay, you're not going to get away from that. You still have to make a buck. Let's see. Going on to our National Day. So that's a good segment there. That good thought for the day. And that example that Tim gave in the chat there about the firefighters just saying retire, but now if it was a working firefighter, that person probably respect that person more because they know if they don't move it and that's a real firefighter, they'll tell the cops and she'll get a ticket. So there's a disrespect just because the individual's a retired firefighter. If that individual knows that, there's a lack of respect that you shouldn't be parked in front of a fire hydrant. That's a very good example of an individual being disrespectful in what we're talking about. Respect is very important. Right, common sense. Yeah, exactly, Tim. There's some people they don't have no common sense. Let's see our national days for today. We have National 311 Day. When was that a day? None, exactly, Tim. Well, we do have. I did catch yesterday that this we have. Yeah, this Thursday is going to be Pi Day, 314. The pi, the sign of pi, 3.14. But 311, what's 311? In collaboration. I'm not even going to. Okay, and then we have National Funeral Directors and Mortuary Recognition Day. Whoa. Okay. National Promposal Day. Okay, those people that are going to the prom, get your prom dates in line. Let's see. National Worship of Tools Day. That's a good one for Tim Fan being a contractor. You worship your tools. I worship my hammer, my screwdriver, my pair of pliers. You like that one?
Yeah.
Let's see.
How about you worship the vacuum?
Oh yeah, the vacuum. Yeah, today's Monday. Today's vacuum day, so I got she's got a vacuum today. I got to stay out. My thing is national. Stay out of her thing. Hey Thamer, good morning Thamer. Thamer coming in from Riyadh, the kingdom of in the kingdom of Saudi Arabia, where currently it's 1:32 p.m. and you got sunny skies there in Riyadh, 90 degrees Fahrenheit, and you guys started. I seen some articles yesterday pop up. You started Ramadan, right? Because it's Lent. Lent is the same time as Ramadan, I guess. So happy Ramadan, as far as it goes. I don't know if I could do that. For, Ramadan is very. How can I put it? You got to sacrifice a lot during Ramadan, I guess. Well, you look like you sacrifice, but you just take a break from it. It's the same thing as in the Catholic faith. You got to give up something for Lent and stuff like that to part of the religious thing. Let's see. We have National Oatmeal Nut Waffle Day. That's a mouthful, and this picture of these waffles look good. Yeah, happy Ramadan. Okay, is that a proper saying to say? Because we don't say Happy Lent Day, but I know that's going on right now because of with the thing there. I'm gonna go with this one because I like this. Today is National Johnny Appleseed Day on March 11th. I like the story of Johnny Appleseed. He's the one that planted all the apples here in the United States back in the day. Yes, happy or blessed, all good. Okay, that's good. Thank you. Glad to have you here on the start of Ramadan. It's a good feeling. I like that one. Yes, I do too. Yeah, National Johnny Appleseed, March 11th. We remember a man who made apple and pear. He also he planted pear trees bloom across the nation. The day celebrates a kindly legend who lived by saga, teaching and laboring to bring the shade of fruit trees across much of the United States. Hashtag National Johnny Appleseed Day. John Chapman, he was born John Chapman on September 26, 1774 in Leominster, Massachusetts, to Nathan and Elizabeth Simons Chapman. Not much is known about the early life other than his mother died when he was 2. His father packed up Johnny and his sister. An infant brother had died the previous year and moved to Springfield, Massachusetts. His father served as a Minuteman and fought at Bunker Hill. Then in 1797, Johnny Chapman. Is that a weather alert? When did that come in? Oh, we got okay. That's a weather alert. Johnny Appleseed shows up in northwest Pennsylvania, promoting his apple seeds. He worked his way steadily into the frontier of West Virginia, Ohio, and Indiana. Eventually, Johnny Appleseed, John Chapman, became known as Johnny Appleseed and worked his way as far west as Illinois and Iowa, and as far north as Michigan and Wisconsin. In his wake, he left orchards and the teachings of a Swedish spiritual leader. Appleseed would bring his book would buy his books with whatever payment he might receive from his endeavor. In turn, Johnny Appleseed would give the books away as he traveled and planted. So a lot of the apples and stuff like that. We have 2 apple trees out here that passed away, or that the stumps are over. They're still out there. They say that you take apple tree wood, and put it in the barbecue, and it gives a real unique flavor to the barbecue and stuff. So that's a great American story of Johnny Appleseed. And let's see. So let's see. Before we get to the history, let me just say, yesterday we ended up this past weekend. I did some broadcasting on Rumble. We did the weekend edition on Saturday, and that worked out quite well. And as far as the thing I was testing, because the week prior to that, when I did the weekend edition on Rumble, uh, I didn't use the static. When you live stream, you have to have a stream key and a web. What do they call it? A web address. And the stream key, that was always rotating. You always changed and stuff like that. Here, like I have my stream key for Twitch plugged into my OBS. Well, I'm using Prism Live Studio, so I can have it dedicated to Rumble. But with that, and using that Prism live stream, I can use the RTMP to plug in and use Rumble, broadcast Rumble off of Prism Live Studio on the PC here. Along with that, I added Twitch, and then I thought I wasn't going to be able to use YouTube, but then I ended up plugging YouTube in using the RTMP. So I can theoretically, I've already done two, Twitch and Rumble at the same time. I did that yesterday. I figured out YouTube, and YouTube works on it, so I can bring YouTube up. So theoretically, I can go, and Tony D loves this because he's always an advocate about multicasting. He multicasts several platforms as far as that goes. He's good on that as far as broadcast, using Restream. He uses Restream on that. I'm using Prism. I could use but Restream I can't unless I get the pay version, and I'm cheap. I'll admit it. I am cheap. I don't use it enough to warrant the spending of money on Restream to buy the service. I'll stay with the free service. But Prism allows me to bring in Rumble, and that's the big kick here. I want to broadcast. So that's dedicated for. The only thing about using Prism that I found out yesterday, that the intro music that I have to this broadcast, the Twitch Morning Coffee, the music doesn't come in as clear as it does on OBS. I do use OBS with Prism to use the virtual cam. And this might get a little bit confusing, but I'm starting to understand this OBS broadcasting crap more so than I did 5 years ago. So I did the broadcast yesterday. I even tried using Twitch Guest Stars or Streaming Together application to try and bring Tony up, which I brought him up through the Twitch Guest Stars client, and then through OBS's virtual cam brought him into Prism, the picture. And I think I might have had something that clicked that we couldn't get his audio, so we're gonna have to try. So Rumble, you're gonna see me on the weekends using Rumble. And I had a lot of fun with that. We had a lot of good broadcasts yesterday. I was up first in the morning, and then Tony, I shut mine down. We were over on Tony, and we had a good time as far as chat, because we don't have the football. We don't talk about the football. There's no football anymore. You know, there's just the NFL season stopped. Of course, we talked about maybe coming up on the Sundays to talk about the new United Football League that starts the 30th of this month. And of course there's March Madness and stuff like that, but there's something about talking about football. Just getting out there and butting heads with the helmet and pads and trying to get that touchdown, I guess. And so the Rumble worked out quite well. So we're going to be, that's going to probably, I'm not going anywhere on Twitch, okay? I saw you guys on, but had my Sunday stuff to do. Yeah, Tina, that's fine. That's fine. You know, we Tony and me know that as broadcasters and stuff, and that's understandable. So don't. Yeah, I just appreciate you being here with the time that you can spend and stuff like that. And as far as well yesterday and stuff, that's cool, because Rumble's very unique in the sense that I think it's an untapped area. I'm going to pursue it. Yeah, you're welcome, Tina. That's no problem. You're good. You're more than good. Okay, I just really appreciate it, stuff like that. You're a good viewer, and I appreciate your time. As far as that, okay, we got an ad break. Ends in a minute, so we're in another ad break. These things pop up on my screen. So I had a really really great time as far as that goes, and it was fun, and um, so I'm going to continue that on the weekend and probably use it. Let's see. Oh, the dog walker. He likes checking out Monday morning. So if dog walker, if you're watching, thank you. I got the like to my post here. Um, so I'm gonna probably on the weekend with that multicasting on Prism Studio. I'll be using that to game. When I do game, I can game and I can broadcast on Twitch, Rumble, and YouTube now at the same time. As far as that goes, so I don't have to upload the game and stuff like that. It saves that downloading the Twitch video and then uploading it on Rumble and YouTube. Where if I can broadcast them, it's already in place. And but I'm not going to do the morning. I'm gonna stick. Twitch. I love Twitch. Okay, Twitch is still my top dog, but it's nice to be able to say that I can use Rumble now more effectively than I did say just last month because you have these other tools that you can play with. And ad break ends. Your community is back. Okay, we're back. So I had a great time with the Rumble this weekend, and Tony he's on Rumble as also, and it's sort of a trial error, trying things, see if they work, if they don't work, and the weekend is a good time to do that. So I had a good weekend edition, and yesterday's weekend edition is just coming up and just talking about things. I didn't have any news like this morning. I got a couple things to present as far as that goes, and but let's get to the history here. Well, the other thing I guess I want to say over the weekend, I've been talking about over the last several weeks, couple months or something like that, since this last summer, I've been playing this game called PUBG Battlegrounds. Well, PUBG Battlegrounds, it's fun. Believe me, hands down, the game is great. I got up to my level 80. You got to get up to level 80 to be able to play rank, and that was the goal. So I got up to level 80 last Thursday. So and I said, well, I tried trying to play rank. It's not working. I can't get into rank, and I'm saying, what's going on here? So maybe it's just the servers are full or something like that. So I'm waiting. I mean, this one time I waited almost 25 minutes, and I said, nope, cancel. I started and I go back into unrank, and I started doing a little research this weekend because it's frustrating. I said, this should work. It's right there. Push the button. I wait, and I should go into rank. On unrank, I usually have to wait maybe anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes max. Okay, or else I reset it, and as soon as I start it, I get a game unranked like that. Rank, and I started reading all this stuff. Is why can't I putting it in Google? Why can't I get into rank PUBG Battlegrounds? And I kept on seeing this thing. Well, NA cannot get into rank, and I kept on thinking, what is NA? And then it finally dawned on me when I saw this posting yesterday over on Steam. There's nobody. NA stands for North America, because people. I saw this. If you NA has to hook up with somebody that is in Europe or Asia. So the servers for rank in Europe and Asia, they have people playing. There's no rank in North America. So I'm SOL. I'm shit out of luck. I kept on finding what's NA, and then I finally said NA stands for North America, dummy. So I can't play rank unless somebody over in Europe or Asia is playing the game and I get on their team. I can't join. What they say also, if I had a VPN, and I'm not going to get a VPN just to play a game. So the shininess of PUBG Mobile or PUBG Battlegrounds, it's still a great game. It's funner than shit. It's fun. I just can't play rank, and that's sad. So I played last night. I posted up on Twitter there. I almost got a chicken dinner last night in on rank. The closest I ever come because I'm getting good. I had a kill, um, and I got down to the last two, and I got the guy. I knew where the guy was, and I start shooting at him, but he was 1 second quicker to the, and I almost is the closest I've ever come. There's been a couple of, so I got a number two finish, but I can't play rank now. Unless I tag off as somebody that plays over in Europe and stuff, and I don't know anybody on the platform there that plays it. So um, um, it's still a fun game. I still play it occasionally now, so you might see more Lord of the Rings gameplay because if I can't play rank, it's like, yeah, okay. I guess I got that, you know, because I was pushing up to that 80 because I wanted to start playing rank. I love playing rank on PUBG Mobile. I don't think I might play this upcoming summer. Maybe I might load it back up on the because rank was pretty good. You get unrank is pretty hardcore, but and that's why it's still a good game. It's still I don't think there's any difference. It's just that there's more focus good players over on rank, but there's some great players on unranked in PUBG Battlegrounds. So that was a little saddening as far as depressing as far as that goes. I worked all that getting up to level 80 and stuff like that, and I can't. It amounted to nothing because I can't on my own. I can't get on the rank unless I and it just I guess before PUBG Battlegrounds used to be a paid game service, and they did have rank here in North America, but I guess evidently there's not enough to where PUBG says we'll have a server in the United States. So there's a lot of people that are still playing it though. Just that I think that's the case because there's some funky stuff as far as I I read up on it and I'm able to click the button and rank is right there. I got the PUBG Plus. I spent $12 on it. You get some extra things and stuff like that, and it allows you to get into rank as far as that goes. Once you get up to 80, the survival. So, c'est la vie, I guess. Let's see on our history here. Let's see. We have on this day. 1845, Henry Jones of Britain invented the self-rising floor. And then we have the famous Roxy Theater opened in New York City back in 1927. And in 1941, although the U.S. Congress was against entering World War II, President Franklin Roosevelt signed the Lend-Lease Act, which allowed war supplies, food, and oil be shipped to the Allies on loan. More than 50 billion worth were delivered back in 1941. On this day in 1997, Paul McCartney was knighted by Queen Elizabeth for being the most successful musician and composer of popular music history, and 60 gold discs and 100 million singles to date, including the most covered in his history. Yesterday, which was nearly 4,000 artists recorded it so far. And let's see over here. On this one, it was on this day, March 11th, 2011, we had a sad event happen. It was a 9.0 magnitude earthquake that resulted in a tsunami that struck Japan. I remember watching that on TV. That was heart-wrenching. The northeast coast, killing nearly 20,000 people and severely damaged the Fukushima nuclear power station there. So the power station was damaged. In 1862, on this day, during the Civil War, President Abraham Lincoln removed General George B. McClellan. What a putz he was. I read he wasn't that great of a general. As General-in-Chief of the Union armies, leaving him in command of the Army of the Potomac, a post McClellan also ended up losing. He was a putz. He was just a bureaucratic general that had no focus on what was going on. General Grant, whole different story. We wouldn't have won the Civil War if it wasn't for General Grant. One of the aspects there. In 1941, President Franklin D. Roosevelt signed the Lend-Lease. We've already said that one. 1942, as Japanese forces continued to advance in the Pacific during World War II, U.S. Army General Douglas MacArthur left the Philippines on this day for Australia, where he vowed on March 20th, "I shall return," a promise he kept more than 2.5 years later. And that's about it for that. And when I get back, I'm going to take a break here, folks. We almost been on for an hour. When I get back, we'll do 100 years ago Friday on history to finish that. I want to take a break now, and then I got some bird pictures to show you, some colorful bird pictures. So we will be right back, and I got to fill up my coffee again also. All right, so we'll be right back. Oh, wrong button. back, folks, and we got our second cup of coffee here. Life is good. Thank you, Lord. Oh, that coffee tastes good. Get going. There's snow outside. It's snow. It's starting to get a little daylight, and it looks like we got a little coating of snow outside. Just seeing that. So we are. When they talk about snow, and I say, "Oh, I can't see it," but I'm seeing it now. It's a light coating on the overnight. So they said I feel bad for the robins. I did see some robins. The robins are back. They were bouncing around here the last several days when going out for last Friday. Was it last Friday we saw them, or Thursday? Thursday or Friday? Friday after the Friday morning coffee broadcast there. I saw them out there on the golf course. They were walking around, and no, it was Thursday too. And stuff. It was like the end of last week we saw the robins. They're back and stuff like that. So spring is here. And we'll talk about some birds here in a minute, but I want to go ahead and present 100 years ago today, but the date is going to be as of March 8th, which would have been Friday. And the one that comes out tonight, I'll show Wednesday. They come out Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So, but this is 100 years ago. That's broadcast on the local Fox News channel, which I thank them. I have no affiliation with the local Fox affiliate. Ooh, what happened there? Okay, there we go. Oh, I gotta change that. I gotta move this up here a little bit and reposition it on the fly. And there we go. That's better. We got the missus joining us. But this is 100 years ago as of Friday, and it gives you a very unique perspective of what was important news back in the day. And you think, really? Compared to what the garbage news that we have today as far as that goes. So let's see. Let's make sure I have this all set up, because I know what I'm doing here for a change. I got to make sure that's muted so we don't get double. I got to make sure these sites are muted, because if your tab is not muted, you get a double reverberation on the sound, on the audio. So, and we have the microphone is up, and here we go. 100 years ago, from March 8th.
Welcome back. From a new traffic tower to a saloon raid, Broome County historian Roger Luther shares the news that made headlines in Broome County 100 years ago today, brought to you by Broome County Recycles.
100 years ago today, a new traffic tower has been designed by a local architect. It'll be built at the Courthouse Square right in front of the Soldiers Monument. From the top of that 15-foot tower, an officer will be able to watch and regulate traffic throughout the area. 2 men were arrested last night during a raid at a Clinton Street saloon, charged with possession of intoxicants. The superintendent of the Susquehanna Valley Home reports that there are now a total of 162 children at the home. And finally, 6 girls and 4 boys, all students in the Jarvis Street and Clinton Street schools, were in children's court last night, charged with smoking cigarettes. When asked where they bought the cigarettes, the children refused to tell. And that was the news 100 years ago.
I played this Saturday, and I'm laughing at it again as far as this final one. The missus is here. Did you hear it at all?
No, but I'm looking at your face on the.
Oh, okay. The last one,
You need
it says.
grandkid.
Huh?
You need a grandkid.
The final one, it goes, and I'm saying this for the missus because she couldn't hear the audio. 6 girls, 4 boys, all students of the Jarvis Street and Clinton Street School were in. They had children's court back there 100 years ago. We're in court Friday last night, which would be Friday night or Thursday night, charged with smoking cigarettes. When asked where they were bought, the cigarettes, the children refused to tell. They didn't want to give up their source. That's just
Stole
like,
from their mom and dad.
oh my God! Or else there was a local store that sold. It's just like that's.
That was the biggest problem we had with the kids today. God.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And that's the uniqueness. Is like we got more problems than this. You know, as far as that. And then the two men were arrested during a raid of the Clinton saloon. They weren't called bars back then. They were called saloons, and charged with possession of intoxicants. What's the thing now? You're charged because you got drugs on you. Back in the day, it was called intoxicants. So.
No, that was the 20s. That was Prohibition.
Oh, that's true. Well, they were in a bar. 20s, Prohibition came out in the late 20s. So.
Was it late 20s?
Yeah, because the Roaring 20s, they still had the.
Where they had the speakeasies where you went and hid and had your drinks.
Oh, well, the thing is, it wasn't illegal to drink alcohol.
It was illegal to serve at
No,
bars.
it was not. If I had a drink and I gave you a drink, it's when you made money on it.
Yeah.
But if I had alcohol, they wouldn't arrest me. You could have alcohol, you just couldn't sell it and make it.
Well, if they were in the bar, then they were probably.
Well, that's
buying
what these
alcohol.
speakeasies. They call them speakeasies. I guess what I'm just thinking of that term. That's what they were called. You could go there, you could drink because the people that were there,
Not legally, but anyway.
Well, they would yeah. There's a whole thing on that. I read about it just here several weeks ago and stuff like that concerning it. It was pretty unique as far as I figure everybody got arrested, but it's not necessarily so. But Prohibition. Let me see. Prohibition. It was a Prohibition. Let's see. Let's see, start and end. It was 1933 Prohibition.
Oh, really?
Oh, it ended in 1933.
Oh.
And it was only a couple of years.
Oh, so it was the late 20s though. Okay.
Oh, it was on December 5th, 1933. Three states voted to repeal. Oh, they voted to repeal it. When did it start? It was the 21st Amendment, whatever that was. So it was like the late 20s and early 30s. That's when it started because they had the Roaring 20s. Roaring 20s, everybody's drinking, making deals, and all that and stuff. So, but the interesting thing is, it wasn't the. And I thought if you got caught with a drink, you were going to be arrested. But no,
The selling drink.
It was just the what's that?
Selling alcohol.
Yeah, the selling and making of it was the illegal process of Prohibition, as far as that goes. So, so there we have 100 years ago, as of Friday. Hey, Big Juice, Rich of Spaghetti Littles. What's that? Spaghetti Ittles. Okay. Oh, we got Big Juice in the house, in the chat from Ohio there, sir. How you doing? And let's see, we got Ohio, and we got Michigan covered with Tim Fan, and then we got Tina, our Jersey girl, there in New Jersey. So that was the big, that was interesting as far as 100 years ago today. I backtrack on the sports there, NBA action. I did watch the Knicks lost last night. They did not win their ball game against the Philadelphia 76ers. Let's see what was the final score, because I was playing around with PUBG Mobile or PUBG Battlegrounds when the Knicks game was on, and it looked like they were not going to win. Where the hell is the game? Did they play? Yeah, they did play. Oh, there it is. They almost won it, 79-73. They were playing down there in Madison Square Garden, and the Nets though they beat the Cavaliers. Okay, that's good. That's good because Cavaliers are number 2 in the East, and the Nets are still sitting at number 11. So tonight, my Celtics are going to be playing the Trailblazers. That's at 10:30, so they must be on the West Coast. And that's pretty much it. Cavs go out to play the Suns. Or no, the Suns go into Cleveland to play the Cavs. So that's the basketball scores. Is it next week? Next week, yeah. March 19th. Next Tuesday starts March Madness. So the Binghamton University team, though, that's the local university here. They didn't win in their tournament, so they're not going to. They got beat by New Hampshire College in their league, and they did not win, so they're not going to go to the dance. If they would have won, they probably would have gone into the first round. But maybe next year. University of Binghamton. It's a pretty good university. It's part of the is University of Binghamton part of SUNY? Yeah, okay. They're part of the SUNY system here too. So as far as that goes. And let's see. Do we have something? Do we have the? Let's see. Tina, Rich, Hal came on. Okay, Tina, we'll see you later. Yep, I don't see him here. He just came on. Okay. Oh, okay, that's right. He's not on Twitch. He's doing something else. Okay, Tina, you have a great Facebook. Okay. I'm looking on Twitch seeing no, he's on Hal Moss. He's on he's on Twitch on Fridays and stuff, but he's on Facebook, X Live, and TikTok and all that stuff. So as far as that goes, so we'll see you later. Yeah, confused. It is. I don't watch him as much. And when he's on Twitch, that's when I could see him pop up on the screen here and stuff like that. So. Let's see. We have. I said I was going to bring some bird views here. Let's see. Let me bring this up. Our bird views, and we have a Walmart story. Oh, okay. The important reason some Walmart employees wear the yellow name tag. Ooh, that looks interesting. Let's look at the birds though. I said I was going to bring up the one with the birds, and let's go ahead and bring this up. We go ahead to the present. 29 beautiful backyard birds, and the majority of these 29s I see right back out here in my backyard. But we were talking about the robins are back, and I'm glad to have them back as far as that goes. And there we go. There's a pretty bird right there as far as that goes. Let me get this resized here. It's like bringing it like that. There we go. There we go. So we have 29 beautiful backyard birds of New York State. I love presenting stuff concerning New York State because this is my home state. Some people are saying, why are you living there with the taxes so high? It's like, we get by. New York State is home of to lots of lovely birds of all shapes, colors, and sizes, including our official state bird, which was designated in 1970 the Eastern Bluebird, and I believe that's what that is. That's the New York State bird right there, the Eastern Bluebird, and I've seen them right out here in my backyard at the feeder. According to New York State Department of Education, New York is home of more than 240 species of birds that, of course, 5 ads now. I want to see birds. Oh, you want to see birds? I'll wait for the ads here. We got ads going? Oh, we do. Okay. We do have the ads. How come I don't get an ad break? Oh, that's right. I'm not on the thing here. I gotta be on this one. Let's see if it says ad breaks. Tina's gonna hang out for the birds. She wants to look at the birds. Okay. And these birds are probably down there in New Jersey as well. Okay. They're not just specifically here in New York State. So we're gonna wait. Oh, it's done. Okay, thank you, Tina. Okay, you're gonna hang out for a few. Okay, I think I love watching. Yeah, I think you'll like this because there's some very colorful birds. All these birds. This came up on the news listing last night, Corey, last night. But New York State, according to New York State Department of Education, New York has more than 240 species of birds that breed in the state, as well as home to more than 450 birds that spend at least a potential of each year in the state. Okay, so they travel through, and it's hard not to notice all the birds as we go about today. And I watch them out this back window of the feeder, and I've seen this. I've seen the eastern bluebird. They're a gorgeous bird up close. It's hard not to notice all of the birds as we go through about our daily life. But when was the last time you stopped to watch them? And that's I literally stop and I'll look and I'll watch the birds. They're more interesting than the squirrels, I think, sometimes, especially the robins. And they got uniquenesses about them. They got the personalities. When was the last time you took a minute to take a close look and learn more about the beautiful creatures? And I do that. I've done that consistently over the years. And this was I brought this book. This is a birthday present from many years back that I still use. This is a bird watching book. It has a whole bunch of pictures of birds. And what did I just drop? I dropped my marker. Yeah, beautiful pictures of beautiful birds in here that when I see one out there, I say, that's that bird? And I'll go to my book as far as that goes. What happened here? That goes right up here at the top shelf. So it's not hard to notice all the birds when we go about our daily life, but you need to take a close, just to take the minute to look at them and enjoy them. We thought that it might be interesting to take a look at the birds in New York. Not all 240 species that call New York their home, but 29 of the most popular backyard birds as far as that goes. And we're going to start with, and these little guys, they love the cornfield. The American goldfinch. This bird changes color, depends on the season, but you can see them flying atop the cornfield as far as that goes. And then there's the robin. I've seen these people say when they see a robin, it's a sure sign of spring. And I say that all the time. It's like, as far as that goes, the robin. And our time mark is 1:17:56. That's going to be our picture there. So the robin. The next one, this is the downing woodpecker. We get them out there. I see this little quick. I I thought the woodpeckers are bigger. It doesn't look anything like Woody Woodpecker. But that's it's small in size. These woodpeckers are white bellies with mostly black back and spots of white. The male woodpecker has a red spot you can see on the picture there. The next one, these are the common house sparrows. You see them, they fly, they're all over the place. The majority of the birds out back here are these little critters right here, the common house sparrow. The house finch, you can tell the one on the right there looks like a sparrow, but it's a finch. And then the red ones, when these guys first started, it's like, what the hell are these? They're a form of a sparrow. And of course, you got the American crow. I tell you, the crows over in Japan, they are huge. They're at least 2 times the size, if not 3 times the size of an American crow. When my kids were young and we were over in Japan, I was fearful that one of the Japanese crows would carry off one of my kids. That's how big they are. Then the next one, I see this guy every once in a great while. The tough titmouse. This is a bird that is grayish in color, white upper parts, and orangish perch color. on its sides and crest head. It has sort of like that cardinal look as far as that goes. Very unique bird, but they pop out back here. I don't think we'll see these guys until the flowers start, but this is the ruby throat hummingbirds, which I do see fly around out there with the flowering plants that we have. And but I think the weather's got to be a little bit warmer for these critters. And then we have the song sparrow. These guys, they're a little bit, they're a sparrow, but they're about half the size of a regular sparrow, and they have a very and you see them too, Tina. Okay. And this is the cardinal. We have anywhere from 2 pair to sometimes 4 or 5 pair of cardinals. This is the male cardinal. It's red. The female cardinal is not. It's sort of like a lighter color as far as that goes. And then this is the northern mockingbird. I've seen these critters out there in the trees. Very nice sounding. I don't think I've ever seen this guy though. The white-breasted nuthatch. It's a pretty bird right there. These guys, I've seen these. They flew into the area. This is a spring bird, male red-winged blackbird are all black except for the wing, the beautiful red and yellow patches on the shoulders. Females, on the other hand, are brown and with white streaks. Females also have a bit of yellow around their bill. So this is a bird that arrives here in spring. Cardinals, my favorite. Yeah, cardinals. They are a unique bird as far as that goes, Tina. Yes, and then we have, of course, the European starling, very coloring as far as the different shades of purple and blue, dark blue, and of course the rock pigeon. We got to throw them in there. You see a lot of them down in New York City. And these are mostly found in urban areas and are extremely common, yes. And then we have these guys, the Baltimore Oriole. I see them once in a great, I haven't seen a Baltimore Oriole, and they do fly by here. I think when we first moved here, we had a pair that were nesting. And supposedly, we used to put out oranges. We'd take orange halves and just nail them into the back pole back here, and because supposedly the smell of oranges, they like to peck at the oranges. Males are bright orange and black and quite easy to spot. Females are also orange and black, but their colors are not as vivid. And once you see one of these suckers, it pops. The brown-headed cowbird could be mistaken for a starling. I've seen these guys. Now this guy, I've seen this guy out back. This is a pretty good size. This is another woodpecker, the pilot woodpecker. These are very large birds. It doesn't look anything, a little like woody woodpecker, right? But they can grow up to 19 inches, and they'll come to the bird feeder out here. They'll hang. I think they're like a wingspan 30 inches. I don't think I've seen one that big, but I've seen one like this as a younger one out back there. And then we have the horsewhin, are small and brown and zip around yards looking for insects. Yeah, they peck. They come around and they go up and down the trees and pick the little insects. And we have a couple mourning doves. We got like 2 to 3 pairs of mourning doves that are around the house. A dime a dozen, lots of lap pigeons. Yes, exactly, Tina. A dime a dozen. They are a dime a dozen. Oh, the blue jays. We have our blue jays here too, out back. There's another 2 or 3 pair that come down. They're beautiful. They're a good sized bird too. They're fairly big. And then of course the black-capped chickadee. They're cute. They are cute. And there's our common grackle. These are large birds with long tails. The males are black, but are pretty blue-white head female. The males will fan out their back tails. And then this one, the red-breasted nuthatch. I've seen them once in a great while. And of course, the common raven, which can be mistaken as a crow. There's a difference. These are very large birds that are completely black, including its eyes. They are highly intelligent and excellent predators. They cause a lot of mischiefs. And the eastern bluebird. This is the New York State's state bird, as far as that goes. Males are bright blue color, rusted chest and throat. Females, on the other hand, have the same but more muted color. And then the dark eye junco. These are most common birds in New York, and you can identify them through their slate gray and white underbelly. And then when I first saw these guys, when we first moved here, they stick around during the wintertime. I think that's it. Oh, we still have some more. I'd say, what the hell are these birds? They're very, when you got the white snow and they're out there bopping around by the feeder, it's like, oh, what are these guys? Then we got the red-breasted grosbeck. These birds are stocky and have triangular bills. Males have black backs and wings and a red mark on their breasts. I've never really, I think I've seen these once in a great while. And then we have the right-throated sparrow. Okay, you can see a little bit of yellow. And that's it. That's the end of them. So those are 29 common birds that are here in New York State. And I'm starting to see them. Not now. There's snow out there. Is there any? No, it's windy too. It's windy and cold, and I don't see anybody up. I don't see any birds at the bird feeder. So let's see. Where is that? Let's see. They said we may get snow end of the week. Yeah, I wonder. Let me see. Let me check the 10-day forecast here. Let's see what the temperatures are for the week here. 10-day forecast. Our 10-day forecast, let's see, we're going to have 60 tomorrow, 67, 64, 56. I don't see any, I see showers, rain showers Friday, but it's going to be, we're going to be in the 50s up here in New York State, Tina. So maybe you might, I don't know. The temperatures don't indicate, and I don't see any snow on the thing. Big Juice saying good morning. I hope. Well, yeah, I think it's only going to be rain. I think the temperatures are high enough to where. Let's see. I want to bring this on. Okay. Yes. Let's see. We're going to go with. New Yorkers warned of ground cinnamon due to potential. Ground cinnamon due to. Oh, they got a recall of a certain ground cinnamon. Okay, hang on for a minute, folks. We got another cleanup here. Big Juice says, I was hoping it would snow so Rich could get back No, I'm not going back to no. That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen there, my friend. No. Um, let's see. I got to do something here. Okay. I just took care of a bot. We had a bot in the chat. Okay. So let's go to our next story. One I just saw here, the one about Walmart. Supposedly the important reason some Walmart employees wear the yellow name tag. Let's see about that one. Let's see what the reason is. I don't really notice. Is it yellow? Because I saw this last night. I'm like, there is a specific detail about Walmart employee name tags that you might have missed the last time you were in the store. And I was in the store last week there. It's understandable. You have time to pay attention. You have time to pay attention to detail when you're trying to unload your cart after waiting for what seems forever at the checkout counter, or else if you do the self-checkout. Why Walmart employees wear the yellow name tag? Not all Walmart employees' name tags are the same color. Those wearing yellow do so for a specific reason. According to various Walmart employees, those who wear yellow name tags are under the age of 18. Oh, okay. Here's one Walmart spilling the tea on the name tag color scheme, along with some bonus tips about store. So this is on TikTok. Somehow I never ever noticed until, and I didn't. So next time I go in, I'll be noticing. Why do Walmart make employees who are under 18 yellow name tags? While there hasn't been any official word directly from Walmart, plenty of employees have come forward to discuss the yellow name tags. How come this isn't going anywhere? Let's see. Okay. One of those is when someone under 18 is working at the checkout. A customer who would like to purchase alcohol knows they should probably choose a different lane unless they're okay. Well, if we're not supposed to know, how would we have known that about if we got alcohol with waiting someone to arrive that's over 21? We get that in the grocery store. That's not a big deal. The yellow name tag have also been useful to help protect employees. Two other Walmart workers who are under 18 took to TikTok to discuss. So there's TikToks out there. I'm not going to play the TikToks. They had to pull out the yellow badges when approaching. They had to pull out the yellow badges when approached by customers. When old men tried to hit on us, so we flashed our yellow badges. Oh. Okay. So they say, "Hey, I got the yellow badge." So what's on the other side of the Walmart tag? Walmart name tags carry other useful information in addition to the employee's name and color code. It's reported that Walmart employees can turn their name tags to reveal a series of colors and code and color schemes that are announced over the store. Oh, we talked about that. So it's a checklist to alert them to specific situations. For example, code red means that there's a fire. Code brown doesn't mean somebody pooped on aisle 3. What was code brown? Code black is severe weather. Code white is accidental injury. Code blue is a bomb threat. Code red is fire. Code Brown is an active shooter. It's not somebody taking a crap. So we talked about those before. So I didn't know about the name tag. So if it's a yellow name tag, that person is under 18, but they work at Walmart. So that's interesting. Let's see. We got another one here. WNBF. How are we doing on time here? Oh, we got plenty of time. I think there's one that just came up that got my attention. New Yorkers warned of ground cinnamon due to potential poisoning. What's this about? Oh, this is a recall. Let's look at this one. This one just came up too, so let's take a look at this one. We got a recall on some cinnamon. If I can get to it here. All right, let's get to the home page here. I'm waiting for my Surface 3 to come up. Let's see, did we get everything here? We got beautiful backyards 100 years ago. Come on already, all right? Let's see, WNBF. Please come up on my Surface 3. We're waiting. So this is New Yorkers are warned of ground cinnamon due to a potential. So this is something that's in the supermarket. Come on, let's see. Let's just do this. WNBF. Hang in there, folks. We'll get there. We will get there. Let's see. WNBF. Okay, there we go. Okay, here we go. New Yorkers warned of ground cinnamon due to... We got a recall. So... Are you a fan of adding and sprinkling a sprinkle of cinnamon on your favorite recipes or morning coffee? Cinnamon's supposed to be good as far as that goes, and healthy. Well, you might want to check your spice cabinet because there's a recall that could leave you feeling a little shaken. According to a new alert from the Food and Drug Administration, the FDA, select ground cinnamon products sold at discount stores, so that would be your dollar store, Dollar General, Dollar Tree. Stores are causing concern because of elevated levels of lead. Ugh. The FDA issued warnings asking people to throw away recalled grounded cinnamon products that were sold at retailers like Dollar Tree and Family Dollar. The fact that elevated levels of lead was found in ground cinnamon could be a big risk. So how does it get in there? Could be a big risk to children and are more vulnerable to lead poisoning than adults because of their bodies are still developing. The Center of Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, I don't have that much faith in them, but in this case I'll listen to what they have to say. Says most children might not show symptoms of lead exposure right away. However, if you suspect your child might have exposed. It's important to get in touch with a doctor right away. The new FDA warning comes just after another recall of cinnamon applesauce products pouches back in October 2023 that were linked to potential hundreds of cases of lead poisoning in children. The FDA says it isn't sure how the ground cinnamon produced products got contaminated in the first place with lead. Yeah, that's a big question. How do you get contamination like that in cinnamon of all things? To keep everyone safe, the FDA has issued a warning list that includes the brands and products sold at different discount stores. These includes Supreme Traditions, which is sold at Dollar Tree and Family Dollar. People who bought the ground cinnamon products from Dollar Tree and Family Dollar stores can return the product for the store for a refund. These stores have removed the cinnamon or the contaminated products from their stores, and you can Google. There's an entire list out there. So this is something of concern that just popped up on the thing here. It just came in on March 11th. Yeah, that's this morning. So that was this morning. About an hour ago it came up. So there we have that. Oh, let's see. I think we got that. Let's see. What do you got for time? It's an hour and 40. Oh, I can present to you. We'll end with, we had a couple fires starting one in Friday. I'm going to go ahead and show that. If I can bring it up here. Let's see. That was over on Fox 40. There was a house fire. And if there's a video, I'm going to show it here on the broadcast. Let's see if we can find it here. Yeah. Fire breaks out. This is in Binghamton, I believe. Tremont Street. Let's see. Let's go ahead and see if that comes up. See, now I got them all lined up where I just go ahead and hit a button. It'll transfer and it'll pop up here as far as the fire here. This is a fire on Tremont Street, I guess. That happened Friday. Okay, so we'll go ahead and listen to this.
Thank you, Alexis. Well, no one was hurt after a house fire on Tremont Street this morning. Crews were called to 3 Tremont Street around 10:40 in the morning for a report of a building fire with flames and smoke visible from the windows. Officials at the scene say the fire started on the first floor and did cause slight damage to the second floor as well. Crews were inspecting the building to determine the cause.
So that was a fire on Tremont Street, as far as that goes, and everybody got out. That's what good. And there was another one yesterday, I believe it was. Was this yesterday, the 10th? Yeah, this was yesterday. Multiple stations respond to a fire on Route 26 at Whitney Point, and we'll go to this one now next. These are real quick. Quick stories, but the pictures of the fire, it shows you that just like okay, here we go.
Good evening and thanks for joining 12 News at 11. I'm Atri Mineshni. Tonight, our top story out of Broome County, where multiple stations responded to a structure fire in Whitney Point after an explosion was heard. The calls for the fire went out at about 11 a.m. and 12 News was on the scene at around 12 p.m. Sunday. The flames were coming from a building located at 4599 State Route 26. It appeared to be situated on the Whitaker Farms property. 12 News crews on the scene described about 5 fire stations responding. According to traffic website 511NY, State Route 26 northbound had lanes blocked between Tiffany Road and Fort Hill Road. 12 News reached out to the fire stations involved, and at this time, they do not have any updates. This is a developing story. Stay with us on air and online.
So those were the 2 fires starting Friday, and that one was yesterday. as far as that goes. And you got to be careful with the fires. That one with the explosion, probably the farm. There's a lot of you know things that could cause that. Their fertilizer and all that. And as far as that goes, what's this one? Do you have one of the most common last names in New York? Do I read this one? Nah. We're getting close to. Let's see. We've been on for an hour and 45 minutes. So, and the missus, she wants to get started with the Monday cleaning. Is what's that? Oh, okay. That's right. The missus this past Saturday had she volunteers the local community. They had an event at the local fire station and stuff, and she's got to follow up on that. I forgot about that. So, but we've been on for an hour and 45 minutes. So we're let's see. Let me just scan real quick if we have anything. Let's see. I'm hearing a double take. Okay, we did the ground cinnamon. Yeah, we're caught up. So as far as that goes, and oh, you know what? Which one did they have? The motivating one for Fox? I don't know. Let's. Oh, you know what? I think it might be my phones. I wonder if it's my phones. Yeah, it's probably my phones. Is something on this side? No, there's nothing on that side. I'm hearing a faint replay. Oh, you know what? No, it's not that. I can hear something very, very faint in the background. Let's see. Do we have? I'm not seeing the Monday. Oh, wait a minute. Here he is. Yeah, we're gonna end with this. The Monday motivation for 310. Yeah, I knew this is. This guy's pretty good. So we're gonna. This is Monday motivation with Bill Clark. We're gonna show him as far as that goes. I knew we were missing one thing. I'd like to present him on Mondays too, and usually I do him after. I usually present him after the history. So let's go ahead and present him as our last take here. And let me see if I bring this up. Where is that sound coming from? I am definitely hearing some bleed over from somewhere. I hear it in the background somewhere. Huh. That's interesting. Okay, this is going to be, let me present this. we got some bleed over from somewhere. Where the hell is that coming from? Huh. I must be picking up somebody's TV or something like that on that thing. So, all right, we're going to go ahead and present this as far as it's very, very faint. You probably hear it. It sounds like, I asked the missus if the TV was on. She said no. So, still on Woohoo. Yeah, still on Woohoo. Can you hear that, Tim? The little bit of in the background there? I'm checked everything. I have no idea where that's coming from as far as that goes. But we're going to go ahead and present Bill Clark here, Monday Motivation, and here we go.
And now here's world champion athlete, professional strongman, inspirational speaker, and jiu-jitsu instructor Bill Clark for your weekly dose of Monday Motivation. Bill, can you discuss the importance of character development in the life of a champion?
Sure. Thank you, Alexis. You know, it's critical. In fact, one of the best pieces of advice I can ever give is to know who you are. See, when you know who you are, you'll also know who you are not. And this is super important when it comes to becoming your best. Follow me here. If you don't already know who you are and who you are not before you get into a situation, you're going to be in trouble in sports and much, much more importantly, in life too.
So it sounds like you think everyone should develop a code of conduct?
Yeah, if someone wants to be their very best, yes. And it starts with defining who you are, what you will do and what you won't do. But you have to have this figured out before the situation arises, or you'll be caught off guard. The world is filled with temptations, and taking part in some of these can be life-altering in the wrong direction. Here's an example that I think will help bring this concept home. You know, a few years back at the World Championships, I was approached by two very pretty young ladies who asked if I'd be interested in going out with them for the night. This was not something I had to think about, though. As a child of God, a married man with a wife back home, and as an athlete who had to compete the next day, the answer was clearly no. But the answer was no because I already knew who I was and who I was not. I already had the answer before the question was even asked, and this is where you want to be too. You never want to get caught in a compromising situation. And by compromising, I mean something that puts your character and odds of being excellent in jeopardy. Now, here's what might be the saddest part of this entire story. And this will tell you a lot about the world of top-tier athletics. My coach actually thought that this was a setup. When I told him about the proposition, he believed that one of my own teammates, yes, my own teammate, paid the girls to solicit me. His plan was to sabotage me. Instead of raising his own game to compete as an honorable athlete should, he instead tried to lower mine by tempting me to go out all night and party with these girls. He was willing to jeopardize my marriage, my family, and much more just to win. So as you said, Alexis, that code of conduct not only helped me to win, but it kept me safe too. And for all of you out there watching, it'll do the same for you. Know who you are so that you will also know who you are not, and then live accordingly. Have a great week, and remember you're loved. I'm Bill Clark, and that's your Monday Motivation. Stay strong in your pursuit of excellence, and God bless.
And now here's...
So the big takeaway on that one is to know who you are. I have a code of conduct. I like to do good things. Be kind as far as that goes. But know who you are, because then if you know who you are, you know who you aren't. And I like that. I like that saying. Big Juice says, hey, Rich, would you rather buy your wife a brand new car or her dream vacation for a whole month? I think she would take a dream vacation, right? Or would you rather have a new car?
Boy, that's a tough one.
That's coming from her, okay? It's a tough one. I mean, for the longest time, you said, well, we want to go back to Hawaii or something like that.
I like a dream vacation, but a car will last long. You know how I'm sensible with money. Yeah, I don't know. You don't know either, because I don't even know.
Yeah.
Either or.
So that's it's a toss-up, Steve.
Yeah.
It's a toss-up. Hello, first-time chatter, NZ. I'll just call you NZ. First-time chatter. We're just getting ready to end the broadcast here. as far as that goes. Okay, I'm just going to still call you NZ. I don't like that word as far as that goes. So, which tells you something right off the bat. This is I keep a clean broadcast, I guess. I always tell first-time chatters that and stuff like that. So thank you for being here. But we're coming up on an hour and 55 minutes, and I'm pushing my 2-hour mark. So we're going to go ahead and end the broadcast. This has been a great broadcast as far as presenting things. And I want to say, what are we going to do today? I guess you're not going for a walk, are you? No, okay. So I'll probably be going for my walk. Or should I wait till you get back? Okay, so see, I'm going to probably take my walk by myself and listen to the AM radio on my earbuds as I do my morning walk here as I finish up here. But I'm going to go get some breakfast and maybe another cup of coffee before I head out. And we're going to go get our day started here as far as that goes. So, Rich, you can't walk alone. No, let me back up on that. Big Juice, I've said this before, and I thought we had Max. We lost Max 3 years ago. There will not be another dog. No, I can't. No, we thought about it, and we entertained the idea, but no, nobody can replace. What's that? Yeah, we got 5 cats to keep us. I know you can't take a cat for a walk, but it's just it's not in the cards and stuff. I appreciate people that do have dogs, though. I always like ask them if I can pet them, but I have no problem walking by myself. I listen to the radio as far as that goes. All right, folks, this is Rich Roberts, Fireman Rich. We're wrapping up, and we're going to exit stage left from the morning coffee broadcast here, and to get our day started. And let's see, I want to say thank you to those that were in the chat. I understand I lost a few dogs in my day. It is hard, Steve. It is hard. I still, every morning I wake up, I say good morning to Max, and he was our baby there. I want to say thank you for Tina for being in the chat, our Jersey girl. Thank you, Tim Fan 40. Good to hear that you're doing good, my friend, from Michigan. Thank you, Thamer, coming in from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Greatly appreciate you being here, Thamer. And have a good and happy and blessed Ramadan. And I want to say thank you to Big Juice Steve from Ohio. And yeah, have a good day. You too, Steve. And thank you for popping in, first time chatter, NZ. Thank you for being here. But we're going to get our day started here. Rich Roberts, Fireman Rich here on the Twitch. I want to say thank you to all those that are watching as far as that goes. And Big Juice, Tim Fan saying, Tim Fan said have a good day. Big Juice says, see ya yeah, okay, I'll see you later. Go tell that to Jim Figerty there, Big Juice. All right, folks, Rich Roberts, Fireman Rich, thanking the folks that are watching this, and thank you watching on the replay here on Twitch, Rumble, and YouTube. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you, guys. That is fun. You always get that one in there, Steve. All right, folks, you can follow me over there on X, @Fireman Rich, True Social, @Fireman Rich, Instagram Threads, Fireman Rich, Blue Skies, @Fireman Rich, and on the public Facebook, it's The Real Fireman Rich. You all have a great one. Live life. Have fun. Ciao for now. As always, peace. Thanks again, guys, in the chat. You guys are tops. Take care. There's the penguins. Walking like a penguin. Take care, guys.